Hi, it's Elisa, and I've had. Sorry, I don't like this kind of. How do you? Yeah. I didn't have a break. First of all, I am wearing the third top that I mentioned in a video because I said I have three tops that are absolutely the same, and I wear them throughout the summer. And well, this summer, and one was dark blue, one was light blue, one was yellow. This is the yellow, so I just thought, I'll wear it this time because I talked about it. Plus, peach nails. I love them. They're actually, what are they called? What's this color? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I say this is a peach color, I would say. It's nails ink. And which you all know probably. So basically, I've had another boob job. As some of you know already, after my first one, I was happy, very happy with it. However, I just thought I wanted it to be a little bit bigger. Not because I want to be a particularly, I want to be busty, of course, but also because I wanted them to be in proportion with my body, as I am, very tall, and, I want to look essentially a female. So, yeah, that's it. Now I got measured today, and apparently I'm like a 36F, which is big, you know. However, it still looks pretty much, proportion to everywhere else, I think. Apart from that, okay, these are little things about me. Uh, Relationships. Okay, so why do I want to talk about relationships? Because I recently, when I had my um, operation, basically I was I used to say accompanied, like the person that came with me and stayed with me and like throughout the operation, well, was waiting for me and then took me home and stayed with me overnight. He's basically this guy, and his name is Ross, and we like, it's kind of, we're friends. We had dated like at first for a while, and it never turned into anything else because I didn't feel like I had that kind of physical spark, I'd say, with him. So obviously you need that too in a relationship. So we just, but he's probably the only person I've met so far that has really like shown that is genuine care for me. Like, it not only doesn't have any hang-ups about the fact that I'm trans, or it wouldn't, it wouldn't sort of even think twice about not treating me like, any other girl he's been dating. And he's particularly sensitive to the subject because his ex-girlfriend was a TS girl, and they've been together for 5 years, and then she went through the surgery, and he was there for her. So he knows he knows what it's like. And but yeah, I would say the way that he's been with me, and the fact that he has been, I know it sounds really nuts, but he has been always always treating me like exactly like a normal person. For normal, I mean not not different from anybody else. Um, we've always just been going on dates, to the movie, or to the restaurant, wherever. but I've never been like a sex thing for him. And that's probably why we became close. And while I was at the hospital and stuff, and then when he was here, I realized I cared for him. I would be really sad if he wasn't in my life, and but still things are not the way they should be in an intimate relationship with somebody, where you like have sex and intimacy and all of that. So, oh, my knee. So what I'm saying is, and then obviously I went on dates with other guys, but there doesn't seem to be anybody else not that doesn't that is not so sex driven, and seems to be interested the way that he is with me, in terms of the conversations he wants to have with me, and the discussions we have and arguments, and the value that how much he values what I say, my opinion. Or sometimes he thinks I talk shit, but still, he's going to discuss about it. So my question is, do you think something could actually happen in the future? Even if you, let's say, if you're not attracted in a physical way, but you grow to care for this person and enjoy being with him. Not only enjoying though, because it does my head in sometimes, but it's just that I care, so does he, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have somebody to rely on. It's just I'm lucky he was there with me, and he's there for me if I call him, if I need him. So yeah, the question is, do you think something could ever happen, or do you think that there would never be that spark if he's not there at first? That physical spark, I'm saying, the sexual attraction. I don't know, and I don't question myself anymore about it. I still do, but I kind of grown to accept that, if it's not something that I want to do, I'm not going to do it. But that doesn't mean that you have to stop contact with this person altogether if he wants to have contact with you. I mean, you can be friends. Obviously, the friendship between a man and a woman, where it's always I think there's always like it's slightly different than a same-sex friendship. But I don't want to generalize too much, because there are friendships between men and women that are just friendship. Maybe they have started as a relationship, but then they became friendship, and they're never going to be anything else but friendship. But they are in fact friendship, and you can still enjoy the company of a gentleman, of a man, a gentleman. God, I sound like a hooker. Anyway, you can still enjoy the company of a man, and the attention that you give to each other, but in a sort of friendship context. So we can talk about people that we date. We can talk about people that we like respectively, or what we think of the person that we might have gone on a date with. And you always seem to have a very good understanding. And sometimes, I tend to be a bit more positive about people, and you tend to be quite negative. But sometimes I think it's right, because maybe he tells me, I think that guy is only, if he does that, then he's probably just doesn't know what he's looking for, or he's, he's more looking for, he wants sex more than anything. And I'm like, oh, but he might be this and that and that. But then it did turn out that he was quite right. And even the last guy, we went on 3 days. I'm saying three because, yeah, because it was three. Um, I've seen it 3 times, and the last time was that he came for dinner at my place, and then after that, I haven't heard from him. But yeah, anyway, and yeah, and Ross seems to think that he might maybe not be so sure about what he wants, or might be a bit still unsure about, sort of going forward with the transsexual girl, even though he says he wants to, but he might not really be ready. I love the speech. I love it, and I love the way it goes with the yellow. It doesn't go with the yellow, but that's what I like, because I don't like things that like completely match. I find them a little bit boring, sorry. But when there's like almost like a bit of a clash, but not a clash, that's when it's interesting. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to say. Tell me what you think, if you have any thought about it. If if you think maybe, maybe yeah, love can happen like that, or if you think, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Either way, it's fine because we are friends, and I'm very grateful that we're friends. So even if that's what we are going to be, I still think it's a very, very valuable relationship that I have, and somebody to count on, and they can count on me as well. If he needs anything, of course I'll be there. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. Bye bye.